So now this time we have a trinomial denominator, but it's going to work similar to what we did on the last problem. You're going to have to factor that trinomial. Now this one's going to factor into x minus 2 times x minus 5. Now you might say, oh, that's odd, that was the two denominators on the other side. Yeah, we kind of suspected that was going to happen maybe, but there's no guarantee that that's going to happen, but it's very convenient when it does. Okay, so what are the excluded values? Well, x cannot be 5 or 2, because 5 would make the denominator 0 for two of the rational expressions, and 2 would make the denominator 0 for two of them. Okay, so now I'm going to rewrite the equation, x plus 13. I could put that in parentheses. Maybe I want to. Maybe I don't. It's not going to make a big difference. Okay, equals, and then I have 6 over x minus 5. I'm leaving space so I can put in the LCD. I forgot to write down the LCD. Okay, well, we can do that right now. What's the LCD? It's going to be x minus 2 times x minus 5. That's the LCD. So everything gets multiplied times the LCD. X minus 2 times x minus 5 there, and then here. Now you might find a shorter way to avoid some of the writing. It can get a little tricky when you're trying to do things in your head, though. We just want to get, the answer right. Okay, so now what can we cancel? The whole point of multiplying by the LCD is to get rid of those denominators. We don't want those denominators in there. They're in our way. So you go through and carefully see what cancels. Everything is, all those denominators are going to cancel because you multiplied by the LCD. So now on the left-hand side of the equal sign, I just have the x plus 13. On the right-hand side, I have 6 times x minus 2. You could distribute that, now. And then you have minus 4 times x minus 5. Okay, let me double check and make sure I wrote everything down right. Looks okay. And now I have x plus 13 equals 6x minus 12. So I'm doing the distributing. And then I have minus 4x plus 20. Because a negative 4 times the x, but then it's negative 4 times negative 5, which is a positive 20. Now, this is a linear equation because it doesn't have an x squared. So we'll just keep going. X plus 13. I'm going to simplify on the right-hand side. So 2x, because the 6x minus 4x, plus 8. Negative 12 and 20 make the 8. Okay, so now how do you want to do the problem? Well, I think I'll go ahead and subtract x from both sides. I have to get x on one side of the equation. So 13 equals x plus 8. And if you're saying, well, I wanted to subtract the 2x, that's okay. You're going to get the same answer that I'm going to get. It's just a different way of doing it. And then I'm going to subtract the 8. And so I'm getting 5 equals x. So you're like, oh, x equals 5. Great. Well, not great. And you may have had this question on the last video. What happens if you get the extraneous solution? Okay, so way back, if you scroll up, we said, by the way, x cannot be 5 and x cannot be 2. But we did all the work and we got x to be 5. So what does that mean? It means there's no solution. We didn't do anything wrong. It's just the way this one worked out. So we did exactly what we were supposed to. We said what the extraneous solutions were. We found the LCD. We cleared the fractions out of there. Got rid of those denominators. We had a linear equation. So we solved it. We got an answer. We said x equals 5. But because that's one of the extraneous solutions, that's the answer it can't be. So there's no solution. It's okay.